Hello and welcome to This Game in 5 Minutes. I'm your host, Trumpet63, and before you say anything, yes, I know the intro could use a little bit of work, but this is only the first episode, so cut me a little bit slack, please. Now, let's get down to business. This Game in 5 Minutes is about informing gamers about games, and today the game I'm showing is Star Wars: The Clone Wars, released late in 2002 for the PS2 as well as the original Xbox and GameCube. The version I haven't owned is the PS2. Now, the game is basically in the action genre, I'd say, and mostly consists of vehicle-based shooting and blowing things up, to put it bluntly. And now, before I get ahead of myself, roll that beautiful game footage. Alright, so normally I wouldn't bother showing this, but the game uses a profile system, which I like. It's just a more visual way of showing multiple saves. But it is limited to 5, obviously, so, yeah, I'd never use that many saves anyways. Anyways, let's go ahead to some of the campaign. It gives you 3 difficulties to choose from, which is always a good thing. We'll be sticking with the Jedi Knight's difficulty, which is what I can only assume is normal, or something like that. And as this is an officially licensed Star Wars game, that means we get to hear the always epic Star Wars theme. Which also happens to be copywritten. So, moving on. The game takes this opportunity to show off its graphics in an opening cutscene, where normally you'd hear them tell you that they're on a mission to stop the Separatists or something, and the game apparently takes place in 22 BBY, or 22 years before the Battle of Yavin. Which only makes sense to those of you who knows the Star Wars timeline. Not me. So, we've landed on the planets. Let's get in our tank and blow stuff up. Yeah. And then your first objective is to blow these things up. And eventually, after I did that for a while, I came upon a problem. Now look at my teammate's health right here. Basically 0. And what do you think happens when... Yeah, on normal difficulty, on the first level, I failed the mission. But maybe it's just because I suck, right? It's the first time I've played the game in a while, so... Anyways, I put on my TryHard pants this round, and... Same exact spot again. My teammate's about to die, and yep. So, let's look at some cheats. We've got, for infinite special weapons, you can enter the code Super Laser, and it's also supposed to unlock all campaign missions, it says here, but that doesn't seem to work on the PS2 version. For invincibility, enter Dark Side, very useful, as you'll see later on. To automatically complete all bonus objectives in a mission, enter the password Gimme, which is basically how you would 100% the game. Now we shall return to the campaign, now that I'm able to continue past the first mission and see what the rest of the game has to offer. We've got Person Mode, where you get to use a lightsaber. That's pretty awesome. And did I mention you've got Force powers? Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. There's also more tank driving action, and the game lets you fly and destroy stuff with your lasers and rockets. And since I'm using the cheats, they're all unlimited. Ah, yes! Explosions! Destruction! It is glorious. And now that's all for the single player, but there also happens to be some multiplayer. 2-player split screen is what the game offers, with a few different game modes. It's got the, traditional deathmatch, where you try to kill each other in any of 4 vehicles, I think. There's a King of the Hill kind of game mode, where you fight to control a particular area on the map. There's kind of a strange mode where each player gets a base, and you try to capture outposts and I think each other's base. And with each outpost, there's turrets that you that start to shoot at the enemy player if you gain control of them. And last but not least, there's a floating red wheel token. I mean, there's a game mode where you like cooperate and try to defeat waves of enemies. We've never heard of this before. Which also happens to get extremely hard and kind of overwhelming at past Wave 2, basically. And now, if you happen to be gaming on the cheap, you should be able to pick up this game online for $8 used, $15 like new, or $50 brand new. I don't know why you'd want to try that. And then the Xbox version is $6 used, $12 like new, and $30 new. The GameCube version is $9 used, $20 like new, and $50 for a brand new factory sealed copy. But to be honest, you'd probably be better off buying it from a yard sale or bargain bin somewhere. And if you don't even own a PS2, you could buy one online, $40 used, $60 like new, and around $100 brand new, $100 to $150. And as always, prices are subject to change. So that about wraps this up. If you're interested in the game and want to see more of it, don't subscribe because I'm not doing a Let's Play of it. But you may find some links in the description. Links to somebody else's walkthrough, maybe with commentary, maybe without commentary, tool-assisted speedruns, non-tool-assisted speedruns, and any kind of video concerning this game should be there. And if it's not, I want you to do one of two things. If you know of videos on YouTube that would fill the missing categories, then go right ahead and send me a private message with a link. Or, option number 2, you could make videos that would fill in the missing categories. And then if you want your videos to appear in the description below, once again, send me a private message. And then boom, you're a rock star. Or not. And one last thing, if you did enjoy this video, please share it with a friend or comment or do other stuff. And it'll just make my day. That I can guarantee you. This has been Star Wars: The Clone Wars in 5 minutes. Have a nice day.